Wow. Yikes.
Byron freezes right now.
Right, we're live. Perfect. Oh, and he's gone. It got too sexy. We had to blur it out. I really hope it
Warning!
cuts back
This is
to
a
Byron
hot stream.
with pasties on. Oh, pasties. Let's see him, Byron. Shoot. You think he left us?
Probably. I bet his computer
Okay.
died.
Yeah, that makes sense. We're live.
What I love is that we're streaming. He's in control. We can't communicate. We'll give it another round of these.
Whoa! How'd that
hey.
flip?
Byron's almost back.
Nope,
He's a
now we
little
can't hear
panicked.
him.
Looks a little scared. But
Yeah,
that's
we
all
can't
right.
hear him. Nope, can't hear you.
No. Sorry, Byron.
Oh, this is beautiful. Just watching three boys.
Hello.
Can't hear. Hey, now
Hey!
you can.
Oh
Hi.
my God!
What happened?
I unplugged everything. I unplugged it all. It's a big old goof.
I'm updating
Oh,
my
that's
operating
all right.
system really quick.
What?
Don't worry.
Wait, what are you doing?
Updating my operating system. I'll see you guys in like 20
Okay,
minutes.
shoot.
Guys, while we're doing this, I'm going to take my phone into Apple Care real quick.
Cool. Yeah, do that. Do that for sure.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm in line at the grocery store. This guy won't stand at least 4 or 5 feet behind
He
me.
will not social
He
distance.
refuses to stand away from me. It's very frustrating.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh,
My
man.
mom made me a custom mask out of fabric and batting.
Save it
That's
for the
cute.
show, buddy.
It's got bugs on it.
No, it's a bug's life for you.
Cute bugs.
Oh. Hey, Dennis.
Hey, Byron.
It's good to see you. I'm sorry
good
I
to see
keep
you.
screwing this dang thing up.
It's all right. I think this is the best one so far.
Welcome to Friends of Friends. My name is Byron. I'm here with
Hey,
Dennis.
more
and-
excited. Stop. More excited. Go again.
Yeah, bring that back. This is how you get people. Yeah, hook them in.
Welcome to Friends of... Okay.
Yeah, you're nothing like going from music to more music.
Welcome to Friends of Friends. My name's Byron
You too.
McCoy. I'm joined today by, I'm sure Maddie's seen the Tiger King by now. Kurt?
I totally forgot to watch that
Damn.
show.
And
Oh
Den-
no.
I did. I watched 20 episodes of Ozark.
Oh,
It's
good.
the
Yeah,
best
that's
show on
similar.
television, and
It's-
Dennis is on Rippin' Axe.
Yeah.
That's a
And noises.
keyboard.
Yep. And I got guitar too.
Okay. Fantastic.
Hence the ripping of axe.
Hell yeah.
And we're live on YouTube. I asked everyone if
right.
we should switch to Twitch because I saw a trend. It seemed like everyone was jumping ship to Twitch on the Twitch ship.
Really?
It seemed like it, and everyone resounding
Well,
no. Everyone was like, "Yeah, don't
Really?
do that." Yeah.
Hey,
Everyone's like,
no, fuck that.
just stay
Is
on.
it weird
YouTube.
that now my brain now thinks of situations in meme form? So when you said everyone's jumping ship, I imagined like a scene from Pirates of the Caribbean or Master and Commander
Okay.
with one word saying Twitch and one saying YouTube and people just falling everywhere. That's
Of
how I
course.
think now.
Yeah.
shooting cannonballs at each other?
Cannonballs, yes.
Wow.
Canonically.
I think that the memes I think are it's gonna be like Times Person of the Year I think this year.
Is meme?
Not healthcare workers, memes.
Just
Definitely,
memes. Everyone's like, oh shit, these are really good.
And doctors and nurses will be like, yeah, that's fair. I definitely don't deserve any recognition for my job well done.
Well, I thought about that earlier this week. Remember when I was going to be an EMT?
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
that
life
was
would be
beautiful.
very different right now. It would be intense.
Yeah, how's your guys' how's lockdown going
Quarantine
for
update 2020.
Get
Yes.
down.
You gotta.
There it is.
We're stuck inside and we're not getting out. We're in our house, everybody now.
you? Yep.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I took all my money out of the bank. I put it into cash.
Whoa! Are
Is
those
that all-
fives?
Yeah.
They're all
they're
fives and
lives.
ones. It's kind of accurate, let's be honest.
Time out. How did you get? Did you go to an ATM?
I robbed a guy. That's like I call him my bank. I took it from
Sweet.
a man. No, that's just Jamie's tips because she's still at work, and people are very generous, but it also makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, that money's dirty and covered in the virus.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
did you sanitize it all?
I did. I got this hand sani. It's apple scented. The one in my car is birthday cake scented. It's gross. Yeah.
That is
Nice. Oh
It
God.
sucks. No, I'm doing my normal stuff. I got the other podcast, turning it into a cult, researching the devil, interviewing some directors remotely. What else?
Colts.
Starting a cult, trying to decide
Nice.
what the logo's going to be, what kind of
What's your level
outfits.
structure?
That's another thing, and we can talk about that later in the show. You guys gotta help me out,
Dude,
because
I think I have some ideas already. I
well,
think you should
we-
indicate. No, I'm gonna just jump in. You should
Okay.
indicate people's levels with the amount of steps in their hair that you shave into
Okay.
them.
Good.
So,
Very good vibe.
I like it. It's a little bit like Powerline from a Goofy movie.
Yes, you got to stand out.
Above the crowd. You got to see him eye to eye. And I love that idea, and I appreciate your help because it is a lot of work. I was trying to figure out like a contract, and I think I'm going to base the cult contract on the Sea Org contract from Scientology. Have you ever read that?
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's a 1,000,000-year contract that they
Yep.
are indebted
Why-
to. Yeah.
Why 1,000,000 years? Why don't you just go with like forever?
Well, because I mean, I think in terms of Scientology, I don't know if 1,000,000 is technically a lot. I
No?
burped. I'm not really sure what they
That's
believe
like
because
a
it's like
30-year-old religion.
well, yeah, but it goes on forever. They get their own planets and shit.
Which sounds fucking rad.
Yeah, well, I would like a planet. I think that's Mormonism actually. You get a planet per wife, one per wife.
What?
Yeah, Mormon religion. Yeah, you get planets.
What? Do I know nothing about any religions?
No.
I guess not. You get a planet. I think per wife you get a planet.
Maddie,
I'm
your
not-
hair looks fantastic, especially
Thanks.
with that
yeah,
mask on.
I mean that's worth people tuning in on YouTube right there.
And what are you summoning a fireball? Is that
No,
what
it does look like he may be going
this is
Super
my
Saiyan.
this is my like fighter stance. When you
Oh,
choose
Oh,
to
your
select
your
fighter.
character selection screen.
So you got Reptile, you got Scorpion, you got Sub-Zero, you got what are you?
There's bugs on my mask, and you, so you could call me the caterpillar.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Get
And then you just like
over here, please.
And
come
I
over here,
shoot out
please.
just a bunch of aloe vera sanitizer.
Dude, that's
Ooh, good.
awesome.
I like that.
I love that a lot.
That's nice. Maddie, how's your
Oh,
quarantine
Hold
going?
tight. I'm reading
Dude.
an article that says Mormons don't technically get one planet when they die, and I'm sorry.
Okay, that's good
No.
because we were gonna have a bunch of corrections sent in, so I'm glad we got
Yeah.
that out of the way.
We
Yeah,
got that.
yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah. Continue, Maddie.
No, it's going good. This week has been, I think, I turned a corner of. I'm sure everyone is kind of in the same vibe of like, what the fuck is going on? This is super strange. But this last week, it was like, oh, this is life now. Like, I'm okay with it. I have my systems. I got a sweet new mask from my parents. I'm
Yeah.
communicating with them greatly. And dude, we got,
Thriving.
look at this. Look at this. We're going to survive fine. Just like
Oh.
a case of sweet potato chips.
It's a
Jesus Christ.
what
There's
is
a
that?
lot of
Is that
chips.
8 bags?
There's 12 bags. We've
12
already had a
whole
couple.
bags. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I came downstairs and I was like, "What the fuck is this, Mom?" She's like, "Just honest, you can't get them anywhere. You gotta stock up. We can't get them anywhere." I was like, "We never eat these on the regular."
Are those
It's
like your
toilet
your
paper. Yeah.
your single day of food, and now you ration it throughout the day
Pretty much.
just for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, and then I watched 20 episodes of Ozark. So
Dude.
I watched season 1 when it came out and loved it.
Yeah.
Season 2 came out, and I watched that like first half of the first episode, liked it, and then just for whatever reason got busy, didn't watch it.
Mistake.
And so I was like, yeah, mistake. And then I just never picked it back up until I saw season 3 came out. I was like, oh, fuck. So I literally watched 8 episodes in a day, season 2, finished it the next day, and jumped right into season 3, and boom, marathoned it. It's awesome.
Unpopular opinion. Better than Breaking Bad. The
Oh,
freaking bird family,
I-
man.
I'm still not sold if it's better than Breaking Bad. I liked both. I think all of the characters are pretty strong in this, though, and it's pretty amazing.
Oh, one of the best shows on Netflix. I think it's great.
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of
it,
Ozark?
huh? It's like number 2
No, I'm
on
just
the.
kidding.
I do
Good.
love that Netflix has doing their like ranking of what's popular that day. Have you seen that?
They don't always.
Really?
Yeah, it only
Push
happens
the button
occasionally.
if you
I know
want.
what you're talking about.
You can push the button if you want. Wrong button, bitch.
The movie one?
Good cough. Speaking of things you've watched lately,
I don't know where it is.
I played with Legos, you guys, while watching that Lego show. Look at this! I built a spaceship.
That yourself?
Yeah, I
That's
did.
so
It's got
cool.
wings that come out. You see that?
You got to put it in the camera so we can see
but
it
the
fully.
problem is there's one camera going out to the people and one going out to
Oh,
me.
oh,
So,
sorry,
it's tough.
sorry. Oh, that's
Oh.
cute.
Yeah. and
What's the
there's a little
big
guy.
brick thing in the
So
back?
that's a
nice.
cargo container
Nice.
that holds.
Is that a
Got
body?
slaves in it?
It doesn't have slaves. They are part of the crew. They just don't have a seat like the.
What
front
are the
guy.
wheels for?
For when they're on the ground, and then they got jet rockets on the bottom. It's pretty cool. I've been really into Lego Master on Fox. Terry Crews broke through a wall. He was a guest host there. It was pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Was the wall made of brick?
no? It was
Lego brick?
No, it was just a normal
That'd
wall.
be tough. Do you think you could get through a brick of like a full size wall of actual Legos?
No, when those
I'd
pieces are together, they hold tight. You know.
Yeah.
I just
But
built
they
a-
fall down if you just give them a little push.
I've also been watching Naked and Afraid. You guys watch that show?
I usually am, but I don't watch it.
Every time you're naked, you're startled.
No, just in general, that's what I have been in quarantine.
Oh, I'm
Just
sorry.
nude and in fear.
Did we talk to you about how you're doing?
No,
No, I'm doing okay.
Yeah, Dennis, you gave me quite the fright.
I got pretty sick this week.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I
hear
just
this.
I had a fever for about a week and a little bit of difficulty breathing the other day, but I'm okay now.
Yeah.
Do you feel better?
I'm fine. I do feel better. I did go in and I had them test me. I haven't gotten the results back from that.
Did
but
you
I'm
just
feeling
burst
much
through
better.
the door and go, I think I've got it.
I've got it. And they go, he's got it. And
That's
then I
pretty
started
He's
dancing.
got it. And someone just starts putting like conditioner in your
Yeah,
hair.
except conditioner and sanitizer.
Yeah.
Dumping it on you.
Yeah, pretty good.
But no, I was feeling really bad. Like I was feeling like crap a couple days ago.
Shoot,
and
dude.
I got real scared when I couldn't breathe very well. I had I couldn't take a good deep breath. I was just like kind
Yeah.
of shortness of breath. And
But
they gave me
sent you
the
home?
nose swab. Yeah, they gave me
Oh.
yeah, that one that goes like straight through to the back of your throat.
Did they
like
actually test you?
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
Yeah, they made me feel like guilty about coming in and getting tested. Like they were kind of like,
Are you sure?
yeah, they're like, normally we wouldn't test you since you're not like old, but
You
And
look
I'm like-
old. You look like you're you look like you're sick. Like you might
Yeah.
not be able to make it.
but I do feel a lot better now.
Good.
When
And
do you
my-
find
my
out
fever's
if you got it?
broken. I'll find out in a couple of days. But I mean, if I did have it, I'm sure I'm recovering from it just fine.
Yeah.
I'm not worse, so I'm glad about that. But I'm being extra cautious and not going anywhere and having things delivered, of course. And I've been doing that for a couple weeks now, but now I'm more conscious about it.
You ever
Right,
spit
right.
shake with a person?
Usually I have to spit in their eyes
No,
and say, "Nice to see you."
dude, I've had a couple moments where I get worried that I've got it. And like in the morning I'll sit in bed and try to get like a deep breath and I'm like, am I breathing normal? And then I get like more anxious about how I'm breathing and then
It's a weird, scary time right now. Like I got
Yeah.
really scared when I went to go get tested. I mean,
I
Granted,
when
the-
I
the-
was go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying that. I mean, they treat people for the things they're exhibiting. So like I so I mean, a test doesn't really change anything except for numbers and knowing what you have and whatnot. But it was just very interesting.
yeah.
Anyways, go ahead, Mehdi.
Oh, I was just gonna say when I was in fourth grade, I thought I had AIDS.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how'd you get it?
I got a little handsy in Starlab in second grade,
Fucking
and
Starlab. That's my favorite
And-
thing on the planet.
and so then I learned how you contract it, and I was like, I think I contracted it, and so pretty much was gonna tell my parents goodbye.
Somewhere between Orion's belt and Aries.
I remember waking up 10 years old, looking at the light switch and like flipping it on and flipping it off, thinking about the future of my life.
Oh my god!
This is what death is going to be like. Oh, can you tell me who in their right mind had the idea of going boy, girl, in Starlab? Like, that's going to make things better? Like, it just made it like an exciting event. You get to
Dude,
sit...
it was great.
It was
I would
amazing.
point up, be like, "That's the Big Dipper, and this is my left hand."
No, you didn't. Did you? Wow.
I didn't say that, but I essentially did that. Yes.
Wow. So Starlab, for those that don't know, was something that would be inflated in your gymnasium. It was a dome made
Have
of...
you looked up pictures of it lately?
I have. I think they've changed it.
It also doesn't seem that big. Like, I don't know if I could even fit
pictures
into
of it, and I'm like, how fucking tiny was that thing?
If it's a circle of 20 people, I mean, it can't be that.
It doesn't look like. Look at it again. Find a
Yeah.
picture of it. It looks like it could fit an adult man laying across it, and that's it.
You can go to starlab.com if you want to follow along. Oh, wow. Okay. I would buy one, though, for my backyard or something.
Yeah, I'm
might-
in one right now. I bought one. It's my quarantine home.
That'd be nice. That'd be very polite of you.
Just that constant buzzing of a fan.
It gives me memories right there. Just that hum of that fan, that cool gymnasium air.
The cool air flowing through. Like when I'm in, so Katie and I have this little camper trailer. It's a little teardrop, and when you have it on, you have all the fans on, so the air is moving, so you don't get moisture in there, and it feels so nice to just have air, like probably a full reset of air every minute. It feels so good.
So inside this dome, for people who really are lost, they project the night sky inside, and you get to explore the cosmos with your gym teacher. And
Neil deGrasse Tyson
back
came.
it up. You're saying it projects like it's some fancy ass shit. No, it was those stupid ass brontosaurus broken neck glass mirror things that I
Yeah.
thought were magic. They weren't. It
No.
was just light.
so,
Yep, it was just like a bowl that someone like stabbed a few holes in,
So
and
do
then
you,
put it on a lazy Susan. We're all set.
do you guys want to know how much it costs
To rent it
to buy
or to own it? Okay.
own?
$5,000.
We're getting somewhere there. The Scout Space model is the cheapest, and it goes
Okay.
for $24,995.
What?
But
What?
get this, it comes with 2 hours of online training, and that's
Good.
Oh.
I need the training.
How
How do I turn on this fan?
How do I get a bunch of little 10-year-olds in here with me?
Oh, right, that's a whole different guy you want to talk
Yikes.
to. 1,200 pixel projector comes with this.
1,200, 1,200 pixels?
Yep, that's it, and a
Dude,
fisheye
that's
lens.
pretty good.
Of course, yeah, it's got a fatty
It's got
fisheye
a
on it.
fisheye. It comes with a Windows laptop, though, so that's pretty.
Oh, that's good. I mean, that's good. That you could bring like $40 off the price there.
Wait, so
Yeah.
that was the cheapest model?
Oh yeah.
So
You
dude,
wanna
what's
know-
the like super duper XL?
Oh, that would be the Aries package, which comes
Good,
with
Good
a,
name.
a little bit.
It comes
nicer
with
of a
a
projector.
special Orion's belt that you get to wear.
No, that's in the Saturn package.
Oh shoot.
The 1,600 pixel projector. It's got about 75,000 lumen or 7,500 lumens, but it's got a custom fisheye lens that's brighter, and it comes with
brighter.
comes with an Apple MacBook Pro.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
Mhm.
you're
Oh.
basically buying
So,
a computer.
are they
but,
literally
the
using-
price? You guys didn't know the price yet.
Tell me about the price.
75,990.
Dude, that's nothing. I say fuck Josh Fletcher. Let's get this GoFundMe
get
to get a
Starlab.
goddamn Starlab.
I kind of think that's more reasonable.
That's
Yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
more reasonable.
And
In
that's
this
somewhere-
climate, it's exactly what we need to purchase.
We should
Do
probably.
you know what I wonder is was there like a Starlab company that's like traveled around the country, like they just like, because it always seemed like they arrived. You know,
Yeah.
like, oh, the Starlab's here, like it's like Santa.
Starlab. Let me see.
I just have this remembering. Did we even know it was happening?
Did
or
you
would
just
we
call it a
walk in?
memory?
A remember? Yeah, dude.
Memory is a real thing.
I feel like I knew it was like I knew we were walking to Starlab. I knew
Yeah.
we were walking down to the gym, but I feel like it happened a lot. Like it happened often.
It was
So
like
I
at
feel
least
like
once a
our
year.
Starlab was in our classroom.
What? You didn't do gymnasium Starlab?
I don't remember that. I mean, the one that I got some action at was definitely in the classroom.
So guys, get this. I got
Or you
a
contracted
huge
HIV.
breakthrough here.
Okay.
I found a Starlab knockoff on
Fuck
Amazon
yes.
called.
Oh,
Wait,
good.
let's try to think of the name before you say it. I'm gonna say Galaxy Gazer.
No.
I'm gonna go. Let's see. Cosmo
Ooh, that's a good word. Laboratory.
Laboratory.
The
Cosmo Lab.
It is the portable inflatable planetarium dorm. Let me start over.
Dorm.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dorm room.
Listen,
Cool.
guys. Portable inflatable planetarium dome tent for cinema, movie, and kids' school education equipment
Whoa.
Nice.
with air blower and PVC floor mat.
Good. How much is it?
It's between 1,520 and
Boom.
3,120. So I mean that's a more
That's
reasonable goal.
Fucking perfect.
Let's bring it to Josh Fletcher's wedding.
Okay, what
Let's
kind of
just
what dimensions?
Set it up in the middle of the reception.
It goes
Hey, you
between
guys want to watch this, or do you want to come check out Orion's belt and Gatanzi? Let's go.
guys. Do you think 13 feet across is enough for us?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
13 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$1,500.
We could sit on the edge and still be social distancing.
So here we go.
Granted, we're in a giant dome.
I'm gonna
Breathing the
refund.
same air.
I'm gonna refund everyone's money on the GoFundMe at fofjosh.com because
Right.
we're way over the goal anyway, and
Yeah.
so refunding all that and changing it to get us to the Starlab.
Get us to the Starlab, please.
And
Do you think we could do a tier where Neil deGrasse Tyson actually is there telling
Of
us
course.
about all the stars?
being
Well, he's
mean,
gonna be
shaming
the
someone?
officiant at Josh Fletcher's wedding.
I
That's
hear that.
true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll just have him. We'll just bring him aside and say, "Hey, can you real quickly do that Cosmos speech? Thanks."
Thank
The
you
whole-
so much.
The whole season? Yeah, the whole thing. Can you just?
Whole thing. That's pretty great. Well, that's
I'm
yeah.
stoked.
Anything else from our childhood you want to bring up?
Parachute was pretty cool.
Parachute,
Oh, fuck.
shuttle boards.
Oh, I loved shuttle boards. You know what I loved in? I don't remember which grade it was, but we had in Mr. DeBrito's class.
That's not enough.
Burrito.
That's like
yeah.
if the Doritos company came out with their own.
I
burrito.
completely agree, and I loved it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Mr. DeBrito.
Okay.
Not a real person. Nope. Fake.
We did like gymnastics for PE, where they just set up a bunch of gymnastics equipment and was like, "Fuck it, just play around," and then they like blow a whistle and you'd move around. And I remember bringing in the Men in Black soundtrack on cassette,
Here come the
and we'd
men
listen to
in
that while like jumping into like foam pits and shit.
They have
Guys, I just had a
foam pit?
brilliant idea.
What's your idea?
I'm going to be a substitute teacher / influencer and literally ground level be influencing these kids with like promo codes while I'm
Okay.
teaching their classes, giving them samples of some products.
Truly integrated
great.
marketing here. I
All right,
think
guys,
this
if you
is
guys
an
want a Fortnite
opportunity.
code, let's get our homework in on time today, okay?
But we
Yeah,
have
who
to
wants a new
record-
skin?
We have to record this TikTok real quick. Everyone's doing the freaking floss.
Oh God.
No, you could do one. What's the one where you freeze and then the camera zooms around? What are those?
Oh, the
challenges?
Cougar
Mannequin
challenge. What was that?
mannequins.
No,
Let's bring back
mannequin,
the
yeah.
mannequins. I
Let's
love
bring
those.
them back.
I agree. Those were fun.
Let's do the mannequin and
Let's do the
Harlem
mannequin
Shake.
challenge right now when no one's around each other, and then it's just you slowly panning around an empty room.
There you go.
If I get up, it'll shut off again. I can't move. My computer's not doing so hot.
No, it's all right.
I've been trying to figure out what I should stream on Twitch because Friday we're trying to do like a weekly horror game, and
Mhm.
I don't think my MacBook Pro, even though it's got great specs, it's got tremendous specs, the best specs.
Why do you sound like Trump right now?
I was just goofing because I got 32 gigabytes of processing speed here.
Oh, that's great.
Of
That's great.
speed? Wow, 32 gigs of
Listen,
speed?
fuckface,
that-
it's a memory. And I'm sorry. I don't know much about computers.
It's a re-memory.
It is
It's a
rememory.
rememory.
2.2 gigahertz, 6-core Intel Core, something.
Dude.
Oh, that's noob level, bro.
But I got a
Dude,
Radeon
you gotta get up
Pro.
on Newegg, man.
You
Start
need more.
getting the
You need more
specs up.
cores. You need at least 8 cores.
How do I get more cores in a MacBook Pro? Someone help
You
me.
just you buy more cores. You eat a few apples and stuff
Listen,
them in.
man, I watched Chernobyl. I don't want to be near any of those things.
Oh, the
shit.
cat's there. Don't say
Cat's
anything.
there. Heyo.
Oh, shoot, there's a cat behind me. So,
Byron, why don't you just go buy a video game system?
because I want to be able to stream it, I know that there's other things.
I have an Xbox One you can borrow, and I'm
Yeah?
not lying.
Really?
I have an
Ooh,
extra.
dude,
yeah.
that'd be sick.
If you want to wipe that thing down with some wet wipes and drop it off at my house, that'd be,
Top
That'd be amazing.
horror
Yeah.
Xbox One games.
That's a good. So
Dead by Daylight.
Today I was trying to teach myself how to write monologue jokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Found out I'm not very good at it.
Oh,
You have
Don't
to be
say
on
that.
late night first.
But I did one that's pretty okay.
Okay,
Says,
hit us with it.
Biden suggests Democrats may hold virtual convention amid coronavirus crisis. Do you hear this? Do you see this? Did you see this?
This is fucking killing. This is amazing.
I heard it.
Yeah, that is
Yep.
if he can remember his password.
Oh.
Wow, that's actually not bad. Is that what you wrote? Is that it?
Yeah, that's the one I wrote. But then I was
You are
looking
a-
for more headlines, and it turns out there's really not much else other than like this person's dead or these people are dying.
Yeah. You can't really just do those. Death jokes, not very good. Intelligence, very good.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty all right. But that's all
That
I
was
got.
pretty amazing.
Thanks.
Good
man.
delivery.
Really
Great
appreciate
delivery,
it.
Byron.
Do you see this? You hear this?
You hear about this yet?
You hear about this? Men in Black soundtrack.
And Fofcast is like Sunday morning Fofcast show instead of like a Tonight Show. It's a morning show.
I guess we
And
could start that. Oh,
Yeah,
we got
let's start it.
some people over in the chat I didn't even notice.
Hello.
Samowitch and Hugo Hugster, you guys
Oh, great.
joining in. And guess what? Everyone else, if you want to hang out with us, I think we're going to try to be more consistent with the time we start. Hopefully, I won't break my computer anymore. Join in every Sunday at like 10:30 Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah, sounds
Something
good.
like
just
that.
gonna take a moment. This episode of the Fofcast is brought to you by an industrial-sized bag of pistachios.
Oh, wow.
Get
Dope.
cracking. These are amazing. We've been looking at this box, wiping it down, waiting to eat them.
Sure.
And, they're going to get us some nutrition and some sustenance. So go ahead, use the promo code GETNUTTY at your local Walmart.com.
You forgot the tagline. It's pistachios, the green nut.
Yeah,
The
that's
green
what
nut.
Yeah.
That's what it says. Yeah.
It looks like Hugo says you talked about Starlab in episode 13 when Grace was a
That-
guest.
Holy
Dude,
shit.
he's like straight up our Bible. He knows everything.
Well,
Is
he's
there a
got to
wiki?
start the wiki. Someone's got to write the wiki.
Yep, Hugo, please write the wiki, transcribe the entire show.
That'd be cool.
Also, did you guys know that on Apple Podcasts you guys can search words and it will like search what they said in the podcast?
yeah. So if we did transcribe the show, you could basically search through what we've said. Yeah.
It doesn't auto transcribe for you.
No, you could pay.
I was hoping
companies
it
to
would
do
kind of try,
There's a company that
and then
robotically does it, and they want me
with
to
a
pay-
robot, not a computer.
They use a robot. Yeah, they use a physical. It's from that Boston Dynamics company. I don't trust them. They're always kicking their robots, telling them to transcribe podcasts, and I don't think that's right.
Yeah, guys, it looks like you've in 2020 episodes you've used the word "really" a lot.
It's very common these days. Really? Oh, that's great.
I also, just so you know, I tried to fix everything before I came on here, and I
Yeah.
fixed part of it, but I have zero idea why that does that.
Why does it do it?
I've got no idea.
idea.
I mean, I'm okay with it, but
Maybe Bernie was just an identity, just a digital concept, and he's slowly dwindling away.
he's dissolving.
Do you
Yeah.
guys know who Poke and Tone are?
Poke and tone.
Yeah. It looks like
It sounds like a sweet
No.
gym or like a tattoo
Yeah, it's-
shop on the Santa Monica beach, like the pier.
so. Poke and Tone, also known as the Trick Masters, are an American.
Oh yeah, the
hip-hop-
Trick Masters. You should
Yeah.
have said the Trick Masters.
Do you know the Trick Masters?
No, not at
Aren't
all.
they the track masters?
No,
Trick-
no. These guys are
trick,
trickier.
trick,
Oh,
trick,
and
trick.
it is Track Masters. You're right, Patty. Yep, I was wrong. They're known for producing music, and they are the ones behind the song "Men in Black" by Will Smith in the Men in Black soundtrack.
Dude,
Oh really?
Yep. Yeah,
Wow.
dude, what a banger!
it was really
That is a
good.
banger.
It's quite the banger.
Here comes the man in black.
That's all I really know.
What do
Something
you-
about remember.
Rememory.
Rememory.
Um,
Oceans of rememories.
that's a pretty good song. We've hit the halfway point in the podcast, and it's time to talk about our sponsors.
Okay,
I
great.
just did the Stashers.
Gatorade.
Gatorade. It really whips the llama's ass.
It whips the llama's ass with that lightning bolt.
Let me
So
think.
guys, I had a moment the other day
Yeah, what's that?
where I was trying to I think I was just reading something online and someone was talking about their favorite games and I was trying to think off the top of my head. I'm usually half decent at remembering things.
I'm gonna
But
kill.
I
God,
I took a moment and I wrote down like top favorite games from every system I've ever had. And I want to know, do you guys have a favorite video game system that you actually like swear by? And what were those favorite games?
Dreamcast, Seaman.
Boom, done. We did
That's
it.
all.
You want to
no,
know?
I think PlayStation 1 was the best game system. It had the most games, right? That makes sense. And some of them were good, even. You ever play Siphon Filter?
Some of them were
Some
good.
of them weren't even.
Crash
I want you to
Bandicoot?
review more things. Just
Listen,
really
guys.
put your opinion out there.
So, at the end of the day, it is a game.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's great. I like Crash Bandicoot.
Yes.
I don't know. What's your system, Dennis?
Well, the one that I grew up on was, excuse me, Sega Genesis.
Who was there? Did you? Are you with
I
someone?
I burped lightly. Excuse me. There's someone just hanging out under my
Are
desk.
you in public right now?
I'm addicted to non-social distancing.
Excuse me. Just creeping up on people. Oh, I just need to
my whole
squeeze
desk
in
is
and grab
moving
that real
around.
quick.
I'm driving a little robot desk around. No, I grew up playing Sega Genesis. That was my jam.
Sega
I remember Street Fighter a lot. I remember Sonic with the Sonic and Knuckles. You could put the extra cartridge in. You know.
Oh yeah. I never played that one.
That was a lot of fun. And then I went in and I played Sega Dreamcast. I didn't have a PlayStation for a while, but I loved it. I mean, I didn't play any GameCube really. But otherwise I played most systems from Nintendo forward.
Damn, dude.
All those early systems had like bunk games, like ones that were just like bad. You know, they're like straight up bunk. Like
I thought you were talking about games you play in the bunk.
no,
Yeah, bunk
that's where
games.
we're currently at, and I'm looking
Stuck
for
in the
games to
bunk.
play in the bunk. So if anyone in the chat knows what kind of games I should be bunking out with, no, I think the opportunity to buy or rent a terrible game was more possible in the old days.
Oh, sure. But what's crazy to me is that games back then used to cost $50 still.
Yes.
Oh wow, they still
If not
were,
more.
yeah.
Some of them were like $80.
Like I
Yeah,
was
and
just,
so like games haven't really increased in price much, considering how much like that game now would cost you like $140 in today's money
yeah. Do
for
you
like a
remember
Nintendo game.
a Sega Genesis game called Phantom 2040?
Phantom 2040.
Yeah,
No.
that's one that sticks in my head as being like, the people often remember like the first movie they saw that they realized it was possible for there not to be a good movie or not for all movies to be good. Did you ever have that experience? Like as a kid, everything seems good. You don't have like the taste at that point to like determine.
So you're saying like this is the one that like soured your
Changed.
mouth enough?
Yeah, this is the one I was playing and I go, this is a
fucking sucks.
shitty game. This is the first one that comes to mind. There was one on
Phantom 2040?
Yeah.
1040
This looks-
easy?
This looks like it was a cartoon as well.
Was
this
it really?
is some
Oh,
sort
wow.
of bullshit license game.
Yeah, I love those licensed games, like any sort of
Phantom
movie game.
2040. Oh yeah, it was definitely
I do love
that cover
the
looks
box art's amazing. He looks like an off-brand tick, like a purple
He
tick,
does look like
and
a
he
tick,
has
which
a
is already
taser. He's
Yeah.
holding like some sort of
Oh, yeah.
boomerang and a taser.
it's like a
those are-
blender.
Those are
He has
his
like a-
weapons.
And is that a crash test dummy? Is he just
It pretty
attacking
much is.
a dummy?
So
This game looks bad.
it was not good. It was a total bummer, and came out in 1995 via Viacom New Media. Do you want to go through the backstory?
Dude, let's dive into Phantom 2040. I mean, dude, it's
Yes.
2020. I want to know what the next, like, in 20 years, the world's going to be like.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
this could be the life of our teenage daughters and sons.
Yeah.
you
Don't
know?
fuck. What do you? Oh God. I was just like, we're gonna be 50 and
Okay,
gross.
single and still doing this.
Yeah,
No, we're gonna
yeah.
have kids.
Dennis,
They're
give
gonna
me,
experience things.
if you could give me some dystopian future music real quick.
Okay, let me get something going here.
Thank you. I like
Oh gosh,
Maddie's
I don't know.
version so far.
Maddie's is great. Let me get something here. We got some soundscapes,
Yeah.
sci-fi.
Good. Sure.
Let's do some industrial and dark.
Ooh, slapping that bass. Are you playing like marimbas? Okay. It is the year 2040. All environmental disasters and the economic resource wars of the early 21st century have had catastrophic effects upon the Earth's
Yep.
ecological balance. Never happened.
Seems about right.
Nah. Ever increasing polarization of wealth, along with the development of humanoid robots. Just a sec.
Oh
Just
shit!
a sec. Blot? What is that? Biots? Biots. Biological optical transputer systems, which that's not the same as the word. The acronym isn't the same. Biots and BOTS is just bots. Whatever. They've resulted in a social demographic that leaves the majority of the world's population scavenging in the
Scravenging.
listen, man. I'm
Scravenging.
doing my best.
That's all right. Scravenging.
In the underscravage of the slums, while a wealthy minority live luxurious lives in the towering skyscrapers.
Was Bernie Sanders on the writing for this game?
I think he might have been. He does talk about the 1% of the 1%. The Earth's population continues to rise, but
Sorry,
without
changing music.
Okay,
We're back
I'll
now.
You're back? The Earth's population continues to rise, but without the resources to support them or the jobs to sustain them, they are cast into the streets of the over-urbanized
Are jobs meant to sustain people? I thought.
mega cities. Yeah.
Made of 2 layers, inner layer made of projection cloth, outer layer made of Oxford cloth with printing, bottom rings and dome made of Oxford cloth. Included is 1 PVC floor mat, 1 air blower. Oh, sorry, I was still reading. I'm still reading about the portable inflatable. My bad.
God damn.
Thought we were talking about that.
So it does seem like this is a bad game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some big words, and
Yeah.
those sentences sounded like something I'd write when I was stoned. So I'm in on it. I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah, we're gonna do a live playthrough here in 20 minutes.
So there's
Dude, fuck yeah.
New York has been renamed Metropia, and
Metropia.
yeah, and
Metropia.
Pia, and there's a company called Maximum Incorporated who produce most everything for the world. So that's
Sure.
Amazon.
This
They're
is,
Brando.
This is kind of crazy, honestly. And their chairperson, Rebecca Madsen, driven by the violent death of her husband, Maxwell
Of course.
Madison Sr., and a desire for revenge against the Phantom, who she believes killed him, she constructs a fortress called Cyberville, where the elite wealthy...
Cyberville sounds very spooky.
Yeah. This is bizarre, but maybe playing it now, it would be more relatable. I don't know.
Dude, well,
Yeah.
I just really can't wait till like we start hearing on the news like Jeff Bezos, his wife was murdered by a purple tick man. And it's just like
Some
got-
guy with a boomerang and
and a
a magic
taser.
bullet blender.
Jeez, man. That does seem like a possibility. Wouldn't be surprised. So,
Yeah.
what's a game that you guys didn't like? Does anything come to mind?
yeah, there's always games that kind of suck. I'll never forget. I thought my brother Brad, he was a few years older and in college at the time, and I was thinking that he was like making a joke like, oh, maybe I'll go get us a new GameCube game. And so he leaves, and I'm talking with my other brother, and we're like, dude, Tony Hawk. We're going to get the new Tony Hawk
Please,
Pro
Tony
Skater
Hawk.
3. We're going to get Tony Hawk 3. We're like dancing and like doing like flips onto the beanbag.
Here
I
I
could-
am, doing everything I can. This is gonna be
Pretty-
sick.
Dude, it's going to be sick. And he shows up with All-Star Baseball 2001 with
Oh,
Derek
no.
Jeter.
Not even
by
big hurt
acclaim.
baseball.
No. And you know what? It wasn't a bad game. It was a fine game. But
wasn't
we
Tony Hawk.
it was not fucking Tony Hawk.
It wasn't
and
Ken
we
Griffey Jr. Slugfest.
It was not Slugfest at all, and it wasn't even extra innings for Super Nintendo.
Wow.
Oh shit.
We just essentially had to like play it and like be like, "Yay, this is great!" And I felt bad because I wanted Brad to feel like he brought us like some happiness, so we just faked it. And then finally, Adam and I were like, "Dude, we got to keep like thinking it's broken. We got to like keep saying like there's glitches." So we'd play and it'd be like, "I hit the button and it didn't swing. This game's broken. We should return it."
Oh god.
Did that work?
Trying to gaslight your brother.
Jesus,
So
man.
we ended up returning it, but unfortunately, Sam Goody, they opened up the packaging and they gave us the same game with just an open package. Like, hopefully this one's updated and works. Which I love that concept of nothing being connected to the internet.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh,
we updated
great.
this disc in the back.
So we went home and played it and just had to, swallow the pill that Brad bought us, an off-brand baseball game.
Did you guys know the founder of Sam Goody is Sam Gudowitz?
Yeah.
Yeah, you bet you did. Was it a disc or was it a cartridge?
GameCube had little mini discs.
Oh yeah.
Little,
So you
little
could have
tiny
gotten
ones.
scratched. You could have pretended it got scratched.
Yeah, no, it was that game was fine though. One that obviously just completely sucks. There was a handful on 64, like Mega Man 64.
Oh,
Loving
terrible.
Mega Man X's amazing games, and then we went to 64 and we're all stoked, thinking it's gonna be, like Mario but Mega Man, and it fucking sucks.
You want to know one of my favorite video games, and tell me if this is over or underrated? Vigilante 8. You ever play that?
I haven't played that in a while, but I fucking loved Vigilante 8.
Do you know that one, Maddie?
I'm looking it up right now.
So-
It
Is
was
this
with
the one with like the big school bus?
cars and attacking.
Basically a Twisted Metal ripoff.
Yeah.
For 64, but I thought it was really fun. I thought it was a great time.
I've seen this box art. I've actually never played this.
No, I recommend maybe hop on stream. Maybe we should start streaming, huh?
I mean, dude, if I was literally 12 years old and I looked at this box art, I see a school bus on fire with guns.
Yes, dude.
I'm going to be like, fucking yeah!
It's gonna freaking kill them, everyone. Everyone's dead in there.
Fuck school.
I loved video games before you could look up the trailers and like look up and see what they played like. You just like would look at the 3 pictures. You had 3, and if you were renting it, it was like they were photocopied 14 times, and so you could barely see what it was. But that was like the decision point, and I loved it.
I miss those days.
Yeah.
I would so much. Usually we'd only be able to rent games on like Friday or Saturday.
Of course.
So I would go, but we would go to the movie theater or excuse me, the like Hastings or Blockbuster or whatever, and I would hide the game I wanted behind shitty movies or other things that I thought people wouldn't look at.
Yeah, like
It
Ninja
worked.
Bachelor Party.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%.
You would like do that like midweek and like prepare.
I think that's a great idea.
Dope.
I'm guilty of hiding something I want. Even when I worked at the video rental store, I would hide stuff.
He would just hide it, i.e., wouldn't put it out for sale,
Well, yeah.
and then
I mean,
steal it.
there's only so many bad movies that people can rent, so I thought I'd do a service to hide all the.
Maddie, what was your system that defined your life?
Shit, man. I want to say, like, obviously Super Nintendo when I was, like 2 or 3 years old, we got it and I grew up playing that and I loved every single one of those games. And I think that's so nostalgic, but I fell in love and got real fucking nerdy and weird with the GameCube. And I think that's, oh my God, I was 100% in on all of it and played hundreds and thousands of hours of like Metroid Prime and Melee, Super Monkey Ball. Resident Evil 4 came out for that.
4 was good. I like that.
Tricky, even though it was on all systems, I played so much XX Tricky on that.
I
never played GameCube, man.
I didn't want this to lead to a sad conversation because there's too
It's
much.
all right. Let's
sadness in
get
the
sad,
world.
dude. Let's fucking bring it in.
The Last of Us 2 news.
Fuck.
Dennis,
That
play a
one
song that
wrecks
makes
me.
you feel that.
Dude, can you
describes
just
how
play
feel.
the
Yeah.
Gustavo Sandoval theme song?
Can you just please?
No, that's pretty good. Yep. Wow, you kind of can. Jesus, dude, just out of nowhere.
I think he's played it a lot.
He just sits in his little fucking inflatable dome. Sad.
Just surrounded by all the money he pulled out of the bank.
Wait, that was you.
See, he is playing it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Bad.
pretty
Played it
close.
bad.
So what does indefinitely delayed mean?
So my understanding
Other
is that
than my
it's definitely
diagnosis.
because of coronavirus. It definitely.
Yeah, of course.
But if it's, I've heard grumblings that it could be Sony has agreements with stores to carry it physically, and they want to wait till they can sell physical copies.
Okay.
Right.
I've heard that they want to get it released digitally sooner. Or that's a possibility. I have no idea. But I've also heard that Naughty Dog is kind of a crunch culture type place where they like cram out the finishing steps and that it usually causes delays.
Doing like 80-hour weeks or like for their. I've
Yeah.
heard there's a lot
Yeah.
of problems with developers and like how much they're pushed at these companies.
Well, I mean, if you think about how many people it takes to make a video game, it's fucking crazy.
Right. And
And so
they're
there's going to be delays.
yeah, and I think something that is, it's coming to light more and more is if you're an artist and you're a part of this team of, 200, 300 people, and, half of them are working the weekend, and that it's like, you don't have to, but we are, that inherent pressure of like maintaining the new norm that's, you do have an option, but you really don't. It's like if everyone's working extra, you're going to probably be like, well, fuck, I should probably work extra. And it kind of just becomes this cyclical nature of work-life balance. But I think with Last of Us 2, they announced it for like a February release date, and then they
221.
literally like 2 weeks or a week later, they are like, fuck, we got to push this farther. So they pushed it back to May, and it sounds like, it's done. They're just doing bug fixes. I mean, a game can never be done. They could always put extra time into it, but
That Naughty
it's
Dog has
done.
fleas.
Yeah, absolutely.
That
Fucking
Naughty Dog.
Fuck.
It's got fleas, y'all.
It's got fleas.
And so I think they're done with it. There's just some, like, they don't, it's such a huge game. It's the biggest game for this console and this generation.
How's it gonna
And
fit?
how do you put it out and avoid spoilers and the culture of like, half the population can't buy it because they don't have digital download? Then it's like, I don't know, it's a little bittersweet.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard there's been leaks of gameplay footage,
Mm.
and I've heard that that's kind of putting some pressure to get it released. I've been leaking gameplay footage on purpose. Just kidding.
Dude,
So
that's
you're
sweet.
a hacksaw, or
I'm an elite hacksaw. Yep.
are you an anonymous?
Yep. Gotta take
GG,
off my
GG.
mask. But I think that everyone, I mean, most people who would be playing that game have access to the internet. Most of them do. I can't think of anyone who couldn't do digital download who enjoys video games.
Yeah.
Except for maybe like one or two people who have no internet that I know of.
So I heard a rumor though,
Okay.
I like Byron rumors.
so that maybe that it's being indefinitely delayed because they're working on the latest Jack and Daxter video game.
That makes no sense.
I think that-
Byron just found out that they made Jack and Daxter.
I did.
That's why.
Yeah, I did, and it does look like they've moved on to a different developer.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they
Yep. They
said we're
also made
done.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I know,
So-
guys. I'm really sorry. I got caught. I had to say something.
I honestly think that if they did a digital download, it would be a record-breaking digital download. I think that it'd be a record-breaking.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
like companies like GameStop and Walmart and Best Buy, they wouldn't get any of that cut, and I think that would
Right.
honestly make some people upset.
Well, and so much of these decisions were made with this idea that it's going to process like normal, and that those deals were made probably, a year ago, 6 months ago. And
Sure.
so to be able to be like, oh, we need to do something different. I mean, I just don't think it's realistic. I mean, I'm definitely bummed. It's my Last of Us is probably top 5 favorite games of all time for me, and I'm super stoked
It's number
for
one for me.
Is it your favorite?
It's my favorite game of all time. Yep.
Well, I'm sorry about this then.
Bums me out.
Yeah.
If somebody did a buy because I want a physical copy. I always want to buy physical copies anyway. If someone did like a buy a physical copy from us or pre-order a physical copy from us, we'll send you the digital download now and the physical one when we get them. I would do that.
Right.
I would definitely do that. I'd buy it from someone. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, here's a funny Last of Us story I'll share. I love that game with all my heart, so I let my buddy borrow it.
Crazy.
Okay. And I said, here's my remastered disc. Enjoy it. And so he went and bought a PlayStation because he wanted to try it.
Yes.
Bought a PlayStation, played it, and then he's like, I want the PS4 Pro.
Uh-huh.
So he returned it without taking my disc out.
No.
Oh no!
No.
What
so
a
he
funny story.
Went and bought a PS4, and then he had to buy a new copy of that to give back to me.
You motherfucker, dude. That's fucking
It was
nuts.
pretty funny.
It reminds me of the time.
Fucking pirate.
What, guys? I've been cooped up. It reminds me of the time that I was on tour and left my laptop on top of my van, and the night before we went to a strip club, which is, I guess, kind of a pornography, and we got a free porno disc, and I put it in my laptop, and then my laptop got run over by a car. And then I had to take it to Best Buy to try to see if they could fix it. And there was a pornography disc in a smashed laptop. And that's, listen, man, not anything you want to do. You don't want to do that.
I was in the middle of watching a DVD that was in here, and it just did this.
This happened.
It flattened itself.
That's crazy.
Did you know it was in there when you returned it, or did
I
the
did.
shock just like?
I didn't expect him to open it up.
Did he say anything when he saw it?
No, listen, I'm not gonna generalize.
Hey, listen.
What a Geek Squad employee is expected to be.
Was he one of the FBI informant Geek Squad guys?
Yeah, he busted my ass.
Just
I bet you put pressure on him, and you like went up to him, and you're like, you're treading on some very thin ice.
Grabbed him by his polo.
You grabbed him by his short sleeve button up and said, "Listen here.
You hop in that goddamn PT Cruiser and you get the fuck out of here." Did they all have PT Cruisers?
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that was a fun story though. Sorry about your game disc. Did you have to buy another one?
No, my buddy bought it for me because it was his fault, not mine.
Oh.
So it was great.
That's crazy.
It was great.
Then,
It was crazy. I think I'm gonna start replaying that though soon. Play some online multiplayer. The multiplayer system game was really unique on that game. I liked it a lot.
The multiplayer was amazing.
Can you Twitch? I'd watch you
I
Twitch.
can Twitch.
Dude, you guys should Twitch.
We could make a Friends of Friends podcast Twitch, and you could Twitch, or I could Twitch, or Maddie could Twitch when he...
I don't have any more Twitch stuff. I sold all my shit.
Well, yeah, but just what you do is you wait until those sweet potato chips become more valuable. And
Dude, these are like going to be essentially the turnips of the real world.
You could barter with them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think
That was an Animal Crossing joke. If you didn't get it,
I haven't played it yet.
I haven't played it. I have zero interest in it.
Why?
I'll be honest.
Why?
Because I'm not a fan of games where you just like
live your life,
build things.
I'm a huge simulation fan. Like
not me at all.
How come? What's the game that's people are calling a delivery simulator? The
Death
weird
Stranding?
One? Yeah, you play that?
I have a Death Stranding like limited edition PS4 Pro, and I hate the game.
You don't like it at all, really?
The game is
it's slow as shit.
There was about 2 hours where I was trying to really fall in love with it and understand what the fuck was going on, and I was like, and I was listening to some like dreamy music by churches or whatever bullshit, and like I'm going down a fucking hill and I trip on a rock, all my things fall down, and I'm like pick them up, and I'm like, I get it. It's like this is the fucking struggle, and it's not fun to play, and I'm gonna never play it again.
Yeah, it's not very fun.
Really, it sounds like my kind of game, but I completely understand how you could not enjoy that as well. We're a podcast, and we asked for questions because guess what time it is, Dennis?
Questions, ask questions. Put your button, put the questions. If you got a problem, ask us. FOFF,
I'm playing Death Stranding music.
Oh, I thought you were playing the game. Just like
somehow my lyrics and that music turned into like a Flight of the Conchords early bit.
It did seem like that.
And I don't have
a... I don't know.
I don't think that I have Ask Foff on the soundboard.
This is from our chat correspondent, Luke.
Oh. Oh, Luke's our chat
He's
correspondent.
not here.
Great.
I don't see him anywhere.
Oh, okay.
But he does ask some things. If one of you had COVID-19, would you, the healthy ones, help, ignore, or kill that person?
Well, Dennis, what can we do for you?
Yeah, I mean,
I my test hasn't come back yet. Probably negative.
okay.
Yeah.
If you got it, I will not prank you.
Just leave me alone.
Yeah, I'll just
That's
leave
all.
you be.
Just let me lay on my quarantine couch and maybe play Phantom 2040 with me online.
Fuck it, dude. I'll intubate your ass. I will.
Why?
I'll stick a tube in your throat. I'll
Not
help
everybody
you breathe.
needs a tube.
I'll tube
Dude,
you up. It'll be
dude.
fine.
You're going to get at least 3 of these sweet potato chips.
That's nice.
Oh, thank you.
I
That's so nice.
partially intubated a mannequin once when I was training to be an EMT, which is pretty cool. I did. It would have broken the mannequin's teeth out, putting the little thing in. So, just a heads up.
Whoops.
Sorry
about your teeth.
I could hurt your teeth, but you'll be able to breathe,
Ow.
maybe. So that's cool. Yeah. Also,
Would you,
why
if you
is
lost
half
all
of
your teeth,
excuse me,
would you be cool with that?
breaking?
If you woke up,
Oh,
yeah,
fuck, man. Look, that's.
how do you feel about breaking teeth?
Not my
Dude,
favorite.
I broke a tooth. I was making out real hard, and I hit the other girl's tooth, and my tooth chipped off. And so she was like, "I got better bones."
Yeah, and you go, "I'll show you a better bone."
Oh,
Right? Is that what
And
happened?
she's like, "You're bleeding out of your mouth,
and
man.
you pass out.
You really should see a dentist and a doctor." Luke goes on to say, also, why is half of your IG either Maddie or half nude and the other half food? Oh, Maddie is half nude. Sorry, pardon me. Why is it either Maddie half nude or the other half food items? We just use what we got, baby.
Yeah, that's all we got.
That's what we got.
yeah, it's just average white guy. Here I am.
Looking pretty good. You got great hair
Thanks.
right now. Your apocalypse hair
Thanks.
is like killing it right now.
Appreciate that.
Should we got about 5 minutes. We got one more question. Do you guys want to, we could talk about this question and then maybe run through my list of how to help me start my cult, or I could read my joke again. I could do my joke one more time.
Could you try your joke, but with a British accent?
I'll do my best here in a minute. This is from Colton Post. He says, who would win in an arm wrestling competition between all of you? Let me see those guns.
Would we all be doing it like at the same time?
Oh, a 3-way?
That's kind of sweating.
I don't know how that
I
would
was holding my gun and then realized I'm sweating.
I think you guys, I don't have much bicep strength. I don't think I have that ability.
Is that even the muscle you use?
I've never been good at arm wrestling.
No, it's a terrible sport.
I don't love
Come
it.
at me.
I also think of the scene in The Fly where his arm fucking breaks out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh,
Cool
I was
shit.
watching arm wrestling where this girl's arm broke right here.
Oh,
Like,
see?
and it just like her body twisted and just oh god, it was disgusting.
So
if she had sick buys, she would have been good.
Oh, she did have sick buys.
that's the thing.
Too strong.
You gotta work out all of the muscles and bones
And the
equally.
bones. You got to work out the
your
bones.
bones.
Dude, let's work out our bones after this.
You just break them a little bit over and over again.
I don't know. I don't think any of us would win. I think we'd be in a
It would
three-way
be
standstill.
Yeah, a little stalemate.
Yeah.
And we just
I really
all
like
kiss
the
it. We
idea.
kiss in the center.
I really like the idea of a three-way arm wrestle where
We're on
we
day
all just bring
4.
our arms in.
What's up? I'm Mr. Beast, and these 3 guys are gonna arm wrestle.
And the last person who taps out gets $1 million. I like that guy. He seems like he's got a lot of money.
I just love his mustache,
Yeah.
honestly.
So there's a couple movies about arm wrestling I want to talk about real quick. There's one called Over the Top. I'd love you to look up the poster.
Okay, we're gonna be on that.
There's one called Champion, and then there's one called Pulling John, which I think is just a
That's just a
nickname for jerking off.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pulling John so hard
Dude,
right now.
Stallone.
Yeah, it is
Oh,
Stallone,
shit.
but look at it. It's amazing.
So
Oh,
there's
wow.
there's multiple posters. That's the thing with look at.
Are you good, man? you
I'm
good?
good.
I like
I like
the drawn one. It's the one with the semi
the
truck crashing
chrome,
into
the
a
chrome
car.
eagle. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks amazing. So
Also, the perspective makes his bicep look as big as his chest.
it does look like
Yeah,
his shoulders as large as his face, which is pretty cool. Interesting.
Is this where the meme of the two hands clasping together came from?
Oh, it was
No,
this is 87. I bet that
the
happened. Oh,
the
wait, what one?
clasping of hands is from Predator,
Yeah,
right?
it's Arnold Schwarzenegger and what's his name? The guy who ended up being a governor, the other governor, I guess.
Are you sure it's a drawing? Are we talking about a different
Mm.
thing here?
We might be talking about
Epic,
different hands.
epic handshake. Know your meme.
Oh, it's a meme. I don't know what that means.
Yep.
It's
It's definitely
Mimi.
not from this movie, but
Okay.
that's Mimi, idiot.
Oh, nice. That is
Wow.
very good. I feel like it was the Arnold thing. Yeah.
I think so. And who's the other guy? It's killing
He's also
me.
in
It's
Rocky.
killing me. Yeah, that's okay.
Killing me
Three-way
softly.
tie, and that's pretty great. This has been a lot of fun, you guys.
Carl Weathers.
Carl!
So I
Oh,
wasn't even thinking
Carl.
of the right guy. It was
You were thinking about Jesse Ventura.
Jesse the body. Yeah, it was Carl Weathers. You're so right, man.
Yeah.
That guy knows how to make a good stew, according to Arrested Development. Remember that show?
Nope.
Really?
Bateman.
Yeah, you should watch. I was gonna do an online video where I mashed up audio from Arrested Development with Ozark.
That's smart. I was gonna say, has Bateman ever not played random white guy businessman family dude? Like, I feel like every single movie he's in, that's his role,
Well, he's recently shifted into dark family man. You know,
which I appreciate.
yeah, the movie The Gift I think was his turning point. Yeah, no, he's always been that character. I don't really know too much about him. I don't know much about his early life. Born in Salt Lake, born in New York, moved to Salt Lake, then to California. None of that really matters, but he never finished high school. Can you believe that?
Do you think he'll ever be Batman?
He should. He should be
should.
off-brand, like Bollywood Bateman.
Yep,
I
dude,
am
that's fucking
Bateman.
perfect. I am Bateman.
I am Bateman. I'm here to do your taxes, you evil doers. That's pretty fun. We could ruminate on that for a while, but instead of that, I think we should end this thing. I'm gonna go play video games and edit some audio.
You have to make a cult.
Fuck. Okay.
I don't know
robes. What color?
which
Red?
button I need.
Red robes.
I like cyan.
So how do I make a bunch of money? Give me some
Oh.
ideas real quick. Dues. They gotta pay monthly dues.
Sell chips. Sell those chips. Break him out of his house. Sell the
They gotta
chips.
make
Cryptocurrencies. Sell lanterns full of gold.
Okay, and what about
Fake
our
gold.
compound? Where do we just buy an old church?
No,
Bury
just a
bury
bunch
some
of swimming
buses.
trailer park
Burying our
pools.
buses. Thanks for joining the cult. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I
Goodbye.
so many-
Okay,
got
I
so
gotta
many
stop it
steps.
this time. And